City, how you feeling when you get up here at this altitude?
Well, what was that? I'm sorry.
How you feeling up at this altitude?
Oh, I live at altitude, man. It's nothing, honestly.
So there's no concern in taking this fight?
No, not at all. I was actually like super stoked on it.
Sweet. How did this fight come together, right?
Oh, all right. So I'm sitting at home. This is like 3 weeks after the Pantoja fight, maybe 4 weeks after the Pantoja fight. I'm sitting at home and the holidays happened or whatever. I'm a little fat. But I get a call and they're like, "Do you want to be the backup fighter?" And I was like, there's no way nobody's going to pull out that fight. I was like, free vacation to Mexico City? For sure I want that. Yeah. So I took that fight, and, like, within, like, I don't know, 18 hours later, I got another call, and they're like, all right, well, you're in. And I was like, I'm in what? And they're like, you're fighting Moreno in Mexico City. I was like, oh, shit, all right, cool.
Nice. But, you know, you said in your mind, you're like, oh, free vacation. Did you have to do a mental switch to be like, okay, I am fighting? Or were you just like, hey, it's a fight, I'll take it?
Yeah, I was actually super excited. I don't know, man. I feel like if I won my last fight, I had it in my head that I knew Amir Albazi was having some health complications. Like, I at least read it somewhere. And I had it in my head that I wanted my first title defense to be here. If Amir Albazi pulled out, I thought that would have been a gangster move. So the fact that I lost the fight, it's like, why would I not take the fight still, you know? So in my head, I kind of already, like, wanted to fight in Mexico City and fight Brandon Moreno in this position and in this situation anyway. So it was just... I'm just lucky it all came together, I guess.
So let's talk about the last fight, right? Obviously, disappointing result, but you know those are the sort of fights I think guys can learn from, right? And they walk out there maybe a better fighter, even though they didn't just get the win. Do you feel that way, and do you look at that fight as a learning experience?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I feel like there is so much to learn, so much to take away from Pantoja. I feel like in true championship form, he made a lot of really good adjustments, and I feel like that's something that real champions do, and is make an adjustment on the fly, and he did that, and I wish I did that too.
Does that one sting a little bit? I can see it in your face.
Oh yeah, bro. I feel like yeah, I'm really glad they gave me this fight. I'm glad that I got this opportunity because I definitely needed this. I definitely needed something to motivate me, to something to kind of get a sour taste out of my mouth and kind of get me back out of my funk.
I've heard fighters talk about that before, right? Bisping once said, you know, after his loss to GSP, he had to come back right away as possible. So are you just, is this fight almost just about shaking that last one off and just sort of feeling like, yes, no, I am best in the world again once I get that victory? Yeah,
exactly. And then it's just like, I just want to show the world what I can do, and I feel like I've yet to do that. And I felt like in that Pantoja fight, I'm like, this is it. This is the time I'm going to show the world what I can actually do and my actual skill set. And it just did not happen. And I feel like this is just another great opportunity against a fighter that I'm pretty sure is going to bring it at all costs. I feel like, I'm not saying there's a lot of pressure on his back. I just feel like, and maybe there is pressure on his back because I feel like the odds are stacked up against me when you kind of put it all together. Is like the pressure kind of falls on him because we're fighting in his hometown. I'm fighting on short notice. I just got out of a 5-round fight that I got injured in, and it like took like extra long for me to get back, and I guess I'm dealing with a lot of these variables where it's like you don't really have to deal with that. So I guess the pressure kind of falls on him because not only like are the actual odds like in his favor, but it's just like this is his storyline right here. This is his city. This is his everything, you know. And that's where I kind of feel like the pressure maybe falls a little bit more on him in that sense.
It's part of you want to be the spoiler, right? Do you want to use that sort of like, hey, this is your storyline, I'm coming here, and my motivation is to take that from you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like I also want to just go into a position, and I feel like that's always kind of been like one of my favorite situations is when odds are stacked up against me, when nobody really expects me to win. It's always when I prevail the best, and I always kind of feel that. And this is going to be no different. It's just... I don't think I'm on the odds favor at any of this, but it's just like, I don't know. I guess I get to mess up everybody's parlays and mess up everybody's days, and, you know, hopefully we can make amends at the end of the fight, and I can enjoy Mexico City for a couple more days after this and not have to go straight home. But, yeah, I'm trying to fuck everybody's day up.
Yeah. Brandon, the original booking with Albazi, a lot of people were putting that fight as a #1 contender. I know you just fought for the title, but do you feel like a win here can get you a title shot? Where do you feel like a win will put you in the division right now?
I'm actually not sure on what happens with me. I'm pretty sure Brandon Moreno wins, even though me and him both have the same last loss to the same person, that he's getting a title shot. I don't necessarily know if that's the same position for me. But I know if I go out there and style on him and I go out there and do some cool things, it's gonna be hard for me to deny, it's gonna be hard to be denied because it's like, who else is there? Amir Albazi's hurt. Amir Albazi questionably even won his last fight. Everybody kind of along down the lines. I don't even know what the story is with half the people behind me, but I just don't think it necessarily makes sense. So hopefully, a long-winded answer is just I hope so.